Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jimmy Dukes here for another sit down with another content creator. We're continuing our series here with Who Is. We have different podcasts here on our channel. You know, we don't just stream here. We're pumping out different content for you guys to enjoy. And one of the side projects that I've been working on and off for about a year now is podcasts. And I've been very fortunate to have different content creators here and talk about their journey and how we cross paths and, how our friendship is developing and different goals. And today we have Mr. Murckless. We crossed paths through another streamer and we kind of kept in touch with each other just through streams and here and there. And you know how that goes. But one thing I have to say about Murk is, he's one of the nicest guys that I've talked to, never clout chasing, supports when he can, just like all of us are. You know what I mean? I've played many games with him, just like BSing. And, I asked him to come on here and I was very thankful for him to say yes. So what's up, Merc? Say what's up to everybody. How you doing, man?
What up, y'all?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. This is, I had to ask you a while back and I was trying to loop around to getting this scheduled. As you know, and, you're a father, you're a husband, you got stuff going on. So we have so much limited time. So I appreciate you taking the time today and sitting down with me, man.
No problem.
And I really enjoy doing this a lot because, and I tell people because I feel like I'm spoiled because I get to sit down and talk to you guys and get to know you more off stream other than just while you're on stream. Because when we're on stream, we talk about our lives to a certain extent. And, a lot of people don't know what we got going on and what we're doing. But, this is a chance to, let everybody know, what happens behind the camera, how it led up to it, your interests as a content creator and, your thoughts on things. So let's go ahead and just fire away. Like, obviously, when I saw your name, Murckless, and the way it was spelled, like, how'd you come across that name? Like, how'd you get your name?
So that name, that's my Xbox name.
Oh, okay.
But I spelled it on there Merckless. So I just took that, but just I say changed it a little bit. So that's how I got Murckless.
Nice. Yeah. So that was like you just gave it to yourself, like it wasn't like a childhood name or anything.
Yeah,
no, but I like the way you spell it too, because I was like, all right,
I appreciate it.
And that's very important that you do that for a lot of content creators that don't know that might want to get in this space or whatever. Like your name and your brand, if you make it unique, it's easier to be found and to be recognized and remembered because I've said it many times, how many sniper 1-2-3s or, like you see that and like, but if you ever look up Jimmy Dukes Gaming, it'll be the only thing you find. So if you find Murckless, the way you spell it, it'll probably be the only thing that comes
that's
up.
The only Murckless that I have seen.
Yeah. And it's smart, because anytime somebody types that in, it'll come up. And we were just talking off stream about it, that, it's important to, even if you're on different platforms, if somebody crosses that name, they're going to remember and they're going to see that your other platforms because it's very important because especially, how it is like just getting out there. And especially if you have a name that everybody else might get confused, they might not be looking for the right page or following the wrong channel because of the name,
right?
So give us a quick little background yourself, like where you live, like how, you know what I mean? Like, so somebody that doesn't know you right now, like,
okay. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. It's a small town, it ain't that really big. You feel me? So that's where I was born and raised.
Okay. Yeah. Born and raised in Missouri. Huh?
Yeah, Missouri.
Hey, that's cool, man.
Louis, ain't nothing out here though.
Hey, I've been up there. I've been to the airport and then driven somewhere else, but I've never really stayed in that area. But,
ain't nothing. Man, it's bad over here. Ain't nothing.
Hey, man, I think every city has the parts like that.
Yeah,
every state, so it doesn't matter where you stay, man. So did you grow up playing video games? Was that always an interest?
Yes, I did. Yes,
yes,
I have. It was James Bond James Bond GoldenEye. That was my
Yes.
favorite game to
Hell
play
yeah.
on a Nintendo
Hell yeah.
64, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
64,
yeah,
dog.
yeah, yes.
That's the
That
first
was my
multiplayer
favorite game
game.
to play. Yeah, it was, bro. Oh
Oh
my
my God.
God.
Hey, stop
Yes,
looking
that
at
was
my
my
screen.
favorite
Stop
game.
looking at my screen.
Yes, I
Dog.
love that game.
Hell
And
yeah.
also Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
On
Was it GameCube?
GameCube.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God. I used to stay up all day and night playing that game with my god brothers, bro. Oh my God. That game was awesome, man. I love that game.
I remember,
I loved
yeah,
it.
yeah. So like, it's cool that you say that GoldenEye because N64, like when I was like middle school, I think it was coming
Hmm.
out with my old ass. But GoldenEye was, yeah, man. I remember that was the first game that I ever played that gave
Hmm.
you the option to invert your stick.
Yeah,
So
bro.
a lot of people don't know this, but that GoldenEye is the reason I play inverted because a lot of people are like, "Why do you play inverted?"
Really?
Yeah, I play
Really?
inverted.
I haven't noticed that, Jimmy. Every time you play COD or
You
even
can't. Well, I'm saying
Fortnite,
it's on my
I can't
controller. Yeah,
I can't
it's
I
on my.
haven't noticed.
Yeah, so it's just a setting. It's like my up is down and my down is up.
Oh my, that's weird for me. Can't
I know
I
everybody.
can't
You remember
I
back in the
can't
day when you would
play.
pass the controller to your
Yeah,
homie, and it's like,
yeah.
God damn it, got to switch the settings because of fucking Jimmy. You know,
Jimmy playing inverted, like, oh my,
dude. Still
bro,
to
I
this
didn't
day,
know,
dog.
bro. You
Still to
do?
this day.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Still to this day.
Wow,
Because of
bro. Every
GoldenEye,
time every time I'll every time I'll watch you play,
this was the
this
inverted
fool
stick.
plays inverted. No,
It's like
I
up
can't I
is
can't
up, not
believe it.
not down is up, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
shit.
so
So what
yeah.
what were your systems that did you have did you have an N64 or like what systems
Yes,
did you grow up with?
I had what was it? Gamecast.
Oh, you had a game. Okay.
Yes. I had GameCube, Xbox One.
Nice. The big ass one.
Yeah, yeah. The big ass black one?
Hell
Yeah, I
yeah,
had
dude.
that one. I
That the
had
X
yeah,
on
yeah.
top.
Yeah, the big X.
That shit was like a
Yeah,
fucking
that was
briefcase.
that was huge.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, man, bro, I had so many console games, bro. It's insane.
So
Yeah,
that's
ran
cool.
a
So you
lot.
grew up like playing different
Yeah,
games and
yeah,
everything.
yes,
That's
yes.
cool. So like so obviously that your background of playing video games and growing up and playing with
Uh,
your god brothers and whatnot.
mhm.
So how did you find out about streaming? Like how did you ever like
I
when did you come across it? Do you remember like saying like what's this? Like
Yeah, yeah. Like I used to always watch Ninja and what's his name? Uh um
Dr. Disrespect?
uh yeah, yeah,
Okay,
him
okay.
too. So 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 I always, you feel me, wanted my own gaming setup.
Okay.
So in 18, that's when I started to get a my first PC.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you're like,
So
I need a
yeah,
PC if I want to try to
yeah,
I want to get a better
yeah,
setup. I've seen
yeah,
this. I
yeah,
want that. Okay.
yeah. So so like over time I just start buying stuff, like buying monitors
Mhm.
and all types of stuff,
Yep,
which
that's an
I ain't know how to
expensive
do it.
hobby.
Yeah, yeah,
Expensive
yeah, yeah.
hobby.
I don't know how to do it, but I was like, you know what? I need this, I need that, I need that. Boom.
Uh-huh.
So now it's like I got a streaming setup of my own, which I am very, very I say pro I can't say the word.
Like you're fortunate or happy.
Protective. Yeah, yeah, that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's cool. So obviously you saw them on YouTube, I'm
yeah.
assuming, and then you're like,
Uh-huh.
I want this setup. But what led you to like, hey, I want
Glad
to
you.
like stream? Like what led you to like, okay, I see them doing it. Like I want to try. Like what made you like think like I want to try this? Like do you have that? Do you remember that thought in your head? Like
I thought,
fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Let's go.
I mean, like my dream has always been to be a full-time streamer and you feel me, content creator. But 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 really I didn't have the funds to
Mhm.
do it,
Yeah.
at that time. You feel me? So 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 when I met, you feel me, my wife, you feel me, and I started, you feel me, I'm getting all these different
Yeah, you're getting
types of
everything situated
yeah,
in your
yeah,
life, of
that,
course. Yeah.
yeah, that.
Hmm.
So so that's why um that's when you feel me, I just um I just um uh
You were ready, like to
uh
like, okay, now that I'm
yeah,
in a good spot
yeah,
financially and be
that,
able to,
yeah,
yeah, because a lot of people don't, know or realize this. Like, it's hard making money, especially when it comes to
yeah,
content creation. So like making sure that your ducks are in a row, how you were pretty much saying like, hey, I
yeah,
want to do this, but obviously it's not
mm,
a good time to do it. So
yeah.
when you did start, how long have you been doing it now?
Um, like for a year and like 6 months, I believe.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
you're about a year and a half. That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so like you're like, all right, I'm good to go. I'm gonna go this. So when you
Mm.
were gonna start streaming, like what was the platform at first? Like, okay, I have to
It
go.
was it was Facebook.
Okay,
Then I went to Twitch. Then I
okay,
was like, I didn't like Twitch, so I went back to Facebook.
okay.
So this has been my main, you feel me, my main
Platform.
platform. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's good. Yeah,
So
because a lot of people when they start, they like see one platform and they assume that that's the way to go. And when
right.
when I first started, I don't know if you ever heard of Mixer.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
Mixer,
I
but
mix it.
like on my Xbox, and then
Uh,
Mixer was, going out, and they were pushing everybody toward Facebook. So I was like, I guess Facebook, because Twitch in my head wasn't a thought. Like I know Twitch
right.
was big, but I
Mhm.
felt like if Mixer's closing and they're telling everybody to go to Facebook, like I want to be part of this wave. I want to be part of
Mm.
this trend, and so that's why I picked my platform. I'm always curious to ask people what made them pick their platform. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Mm.
Facebook, you were just like, hey, Facebook has an option. Let me just go in on that. So that's cool. So Facebook was the main thing, and then you
Yeah.
you dabbled in the Twitch. I think all of us have. I
Yeah.
still do here and
Yeah, I
there, but
do. Yeah, but
I just have I do the multi streaming, and I just have it as an option. But
yeah.
my grind's not there, and I do appreciate the people that come by
Yeah.
there, and I try to get them to filter
Mm.
over to Facebook,
Mm.
and it works sometimes, but I can't
Yeah.
really keep that option open. So
Yeah,
you're
true.
you're you're about a year and a half in, and you
Mm.
did mention, hey, I want to do this as my
Yeah. Mm.
as a career. Like, when did you start taking it seriously? Like in your head, like, all right,
Okay.
like when was like
When did I
when did it hit the switch? You're like, all right, you started it because you wanted to, but then when did you realize, you know what, I want to go all in on this?
when I start this well, when I start streaming for a long period of time, that's when I started, you feel me, take it seriously because like I had waited for like a little uh I say like a week or so before I did started streaming because I didn't think that this was for me.
Uh huh.
You feel me? Because of my speech impediment,
Yeah.
you know. So so I just really took a chance,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
You were like self
and
conscious
just
about it, kind of saying,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, and that's cool, and
yeah.
and I appreciate you bringing that up because that's something we've talked about off stream. And, I don't want to put you on the spot, but
No,
it,
no, it's fine,
but
Jimmy, it's
but
fine, go ahead, it's
but
fine.
but but that's good that you bring it up because you, even though you felt like self
Hmm.
conscious about it, you still did it.
Yeah,
And I commend you for that because a lot of
mm,
people are afraid to hit that live button,
yeah,
or don't want to be on camera,
yeah,
or don't like the way they look or their voice.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
Mm,
telling you, like, once I got a better camera and like I would like
mm.
watch my videos, I was like, oh, my teeth are so fucking jacked. But it was something I was always self-conscious about. You know what I mean? But I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I don't care. But obviously I'm getting my teeth fixed now. But that's cool, because that was
Mhm,
something that, even though I feel comfortable in my own skin and everything, that was
mm,
still in the back of my head. You know what I mean?
mm.
So once you had the courage, like, I'm
Yeah,
going in, and you did it,
yeah.
and I just want to, I just want to give you props because
Appreciate it,
I want
Jimmy.
to say about a year that I've known you almost,
Yeah,
you've gotten way better when it comes
yeah.
to the speaking and the talking
Mm,
because you're only going to get better with time, and
yeah.
and it maybe it'll give somebody that
Right.
confidence
Mm,
that might be
yeah,
watching
yep,
this, like, hey, you know
yep,
what, even though like I didn't feel comfortable and I felt self-conscious about this,
yep.
I still
Mhm.
did it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's awesome, and I commend you for that, man. That's fucking awesome. So you're taking it seriously now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. You're taking it seriously now. Like, how do you keep the motivation going? Like, you,
Motivation,
yeah, how do you keep it going? Like, you
uh,
wake up in the morning, like, yeah, let's get this shit, and you've been doing reels and videos, and I've seen you evolving.
sometimes
You know what I mean?
sometimes it's like some days it's where like I don't really, you feel me, feel like streaming,
Uh huh.
but but how I keep my um my motivation is by praying.
Okay,
Feel me? I just keep praying and you feel me and focus on myself.
that's
You feel
good.
me?
Yeah, like
Feel me?
spiritually, like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
yeah.
yep,
And
yep,
that's cool that you bring that up. You know, I mean, a lot of people might not, be
yeah,
comfortable saying that kind of stuff. But
mhm,
yeah, I mean, whatever helps
yeah,
you to get through what you need to do in life, and
yeah,
not just streaming. That I feel like being spiritual and some type of aspect away without going too much into religion. I think
yeah,
it's very healthy. I think it's
yeah,
very healthy in a certain way. So that's good. So you do that every morning. You get the content going, and we were before we
mm,
went live,
yeah,
we were talking about the whole family. Like, how do you
yeah.
balance family and the whole content creation? Because a lot of people think that we just turn the camera on, play video games all day, and we don't have nothing else going on.
Yeah, right.
So how do you
Well,
balance
well,
everything?
um, well, my wife does most of I say, um, parenting with my youngest one,
Okay.
and then it's like, we have family time, like on the weekends.
Okay.
So I stream Monday through Friday, and then like on the
No,
weekends, yeah, we have family time.
that's
So
good. Yeah, that's good
so
to have a schedule, because a lot
yeah,
of people that want to get into the space, I always say it, going live randomly is cool, but when you have a
yeah,
schedule, it's
yeah,
good for yourself
hmm,
and your community as you start building it or maintaining it,
yeah,
because you can't depend on those notifies,
yeah,
nowadays. But if you kind of always know, hey, Merc is usually on Monday through Friday at this time, more
yeah,
than likely they're gonna more than pop in and hang out and
yeah,
watch and BS
mm,
with you for a little bit. So that having that balance is good, because I do the
hmm,
same thing.
yeah,
Obviously, I work full time, so like during the
yeah,
day I'm working, but when I get out, um,
mm,
I have time for clips, and then I have my times for afternoons, and then my night ones, because I tried doing it randomly, like late all the time, and I think with time we notice what works and what doesn't. Because I've seen your schedule change over time, and now it's
yeah,
been
yeah.
way more
It has
consistent.
morning after. It's been morning,
Mhm.
afternoon, now it's evenings.
Yeah.
So
No, but that but
three,
that's good. But I mean,
yeah,
that you change and evolve and you find out what works for you, because
yeah,
that goes back to what we were saying, is balancing your life. You're a
hmm,
husband,
yeah,
you're a father,
yeah,
so
mhm,
obviously, those are take priority in our a main, thing in life that's going on. As much as I want to be a full time content creator, I wouldn't give it up, to be not to be a
right,
father, not to be a husband. You
mhm.
know, so having that balance is great. So did you have that balance? So do you feel that support from your wife? Like, she's
Yes,
it-
yeah, yeah,
and that's
yeah,
good,
yes,
because a lot of people don't
yes,
have that, because a lot
yes,
of people might
yeah.
struggle with, like, oh, my girlfriend
She's
or
my
my
biggest
wife.
supporter.
That's great.
She's my
Shout out to the
biggest supporter.
wifeys out there, man, supporting our freaking
She's
dream
my
out here,
biggest
dog.
supporter,
That's
no?
awesome, man. So you talk about the balancing, you got that down, we got the schedule.
Mm.
How was 2022 treated you so far? Like, what have you learned and gained so
Man,
far from this year?
2022 has been rough, um, financially so, uh, I say, friendship-wise,
Yeah.
you feel me? It has taught me a lot.
Hmm.
Feel me? It has, you feel me, taught me that you can't call everybody your friend. You
Yeah.
know, that what it has taught me. It also it has taught me to stay more, I say, humble,
Yeah.
you know, and just, you feel me, and just care about others as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's what yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the whole one thing that I always say is we meet people all the time. I mean,
Mhm.
we cross paths with people, we
Yeah.
hang out with
Mhm.
people, and then
Yeah.
I've had people like message me like, "Hey, y'all, you don't ever come in here, or you don't, or why don't you mess with so and so?" And I'm like, "Hey, it's nothing personal. Like people
Yeah.
drift apart
Yep.
because of goals,
Mhm.
because of schedule, because of games. But I've been fortunate that I have people that still keep in touch, and I do keep in touch with
Mhm.
people. But we might not be in each other's streams. We
Right.
might not be
Mhm.
co-streaming, and I think that
Right.
a lot of people get caught up in this whole, hey, I'm following you, you following me. You're in my stream,
Right.
I'm in your stream. We got
Right.
to play this, we got to do this together. But
Mhm.
everybody has different goals,
Yep.
personalities, and things
Mhm.
like that. And I think I'm glad you brought that up because 2022 as well for me was like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm coming in on my second year. Like,
Yeah.
what works and what doesn't. And what I
Mhm.
noticed is when I worried about what other people thought, and I was always worried
Yep.
about wanting to do things with other people,
Mhm.
when I stopped worrying about that, I felt like I felt more
Yep.
comfortable. I started
Yep.
growing more, just
Mhm.
just doing better projects. We were talking about this, associating yourself with the right type of people.
Yep.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because I could be cool with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I
Mhm.
I jump in their streams. They say what's up to me. I'm cool with them, but we don't ever play games together. We're
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
co-stream, but I feel the love. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm not always in their stream, and they're not always in mine, but I have that support from afar. And a lot of people get caught up in like, hey, you're not in my shit. Why don't like what you expect
Right.
me to show up to yours? So
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Right.
brought that up. And financial, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Because
It's it's
when it comes to life and different things going on, and
Mhm.
that's very important as well. Because we would love to do this full time if we could all pay our bills. I had one person like, hey, you've been doing it for 2 years. You're not full time yet. I'm like, bro, if I can make X amount of money and not and be comfortable, then it'd be a different story. But until then, this is my journey and this is how I'm
Mhm.
going about it. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And if you're
Yeah.
not, if you don't like it, or I have to explain myself to somebody that doesn't know anything, then I don't get offended. But at the same time, I don't care what they think.
Right.
You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
And I respect that you said that, like, hey man, this happened, but it hasn't
Yeah.
deterred you from going
Yep.
forward. So I respect that, man. So we
Thank you. I
talked about
appreciate it.
2022,
2023.
So what does 23 look like? Like in your eyes, like, all
In
right,
my
cool.
eyes.
Here I am in August. I'm feeling, humbled, motivated.
Mhm.
Everything's like good at home. Like, what does 2023 hold in your eyes as a content creator?
More blessings and um prosperity.
Nice. That's cool.
Blessing and prosperity.
Yeah, and I just like if you keep that going, then everything kind of
Mhm.
else falls in place,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
that's so
Yep.
it's funny. It's not a it's like a cheesy response, but it's perfect because it's simple. Because it's
Yeah.
if you feel like if I just keep focusing on this, what I can control,
Yep. Mhm.
everything else
Yep.
will fall into
Everything
place.
else.
I'm not
Yep.
worried about
Yeah.
all that other shit. That's cool, man. I respect that, man. So we're talking about this year and next year. Um, as a content creator, like ideally in your future, like if money was an issue, time was an issue, if you were at the like in a good place in your content career life, what would be ideal for you to be doing? When financially it doesn't matter, money doesn't matter, living situation, everything's good. What would you want to be doing ideally, like in your future as a content creator?
Um, helping helping other people grow in the streaming world.
Okay, that's
That's what
cool.
I want to do really. You
That's
feel
cool
me?
because I had the Reef Effect on here a while back,
Mm,
and that was when he's like, man, I want to show up to motherfucker's house with a PC, like here, dog.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like
yeah,
he talks about what you said, man. I feel so fortunate and blessed,
yeah.
and I think and that's one thing that I get a vibe from you because you're genuinely like
Mm,
a nice person, and you're
yeah.
not always about yourself, and you've always
Mm,
even like when I'm lurking in your streams, the way you handle yourself and talk to people is
mm.
great. And I
Yeah, I
think that
appreciate it.
yeah, man, and hearing something like that is great because I think all of us in some aspect have been blessed in a different way with,
Mm.
you know, raids or follows or financially. And, you know, we meet the right type of people. So we want to
And
have that.
also,
We want to give that back. You know what I mean? To
and
back into the universe.
yes, and also, I, um, uh, I want to help people like me. You feel me? Not be afraid to still follow their dreams.
Yeah.
You know
Hmm.
that's what I want to do. I mean that too as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cause you're like, without you like saying that you're pretty much a role model as far
Yeah.
as when it comes to that, like, you know, being confident enough to talk about your speech impediment and be
Mm,
okay with it. Because
mm.
obviously, you know, you have a hard time, you know,
Yeah.
explaining
Yeah, I
yourself and
do.
stuff like that. But you still
Man,
try. But you
yeah,
still
I still
try though.
try.
You know, because
Yeah.
you know, you could easily say, well, you know, screw this, you know, this is
Yeah,
not for
'cause
me. And, you
'cause
know,
some days, Jimmy, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even wanna stream at all, bro. I don't even be having the confidence for real, Jimmy.
yeah,
I don't, bro. But somehow I'll be like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do it. Let's go
let's
live.
go.
I'm on
See?
it.
And that's good,
And then
that state
I'll
of
be fine.
mind.
I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that state of mind. I think I want to say that that contributes to your being spiritual and, you
Yeah.
know, honing
Mhm.
on yourself and
Yeah.
working on yourself.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
like I said before, like, if we were to go back and look at your streams from a
Oh
year
my
ago, you
God,
know,
from a year
compared
ago.
to,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't
compared
not
to
wanna
right
go look at
now,
that, yo.
you know
It's
what I
so
mean?
cringy to me.
It's just
It's
like,
so
dude, like,
cringy.
Merc, shut up. You talk too much now.
It's so cringy. I don't wanna go back and look the first time I streamed. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I have mine
No.
saved. It's so
No.
bad, dog. I just want to look back. If I'm fortunate enough to keep doing
Oh
this
my
and be
God.
successful, I want to put that video out. Look, guys, look how bad I am back then, and look how still bad I am now. Oh
Oh my
shit,
God. It's
that's
so cringe,
yeah, bro.
bro.
But that's good though.
I
That's
just
you.
wanna
But you kept going though, dog. And
yeah.
a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I'm so proud of myself as well, man.
Yeah,
I'm so
man, because
proud
a
of
lot of
myself.
people will start this and then they're
Yeah.
like, once they hit that first roadblock, and you know, it's not forever. And
Yeah.
I say this almost every time I sit down with somebody, and I encourage people out there, like, hey,
Mm.
try. Don't talk shit. Don't knock on somebody that's
Yeah.
trying. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If it's not something that you want to do and you don't know about, then you can't hate on that person, regardless what it is in life, not just content creating and streaming. If there's something that somebody's doing and you don't understand, then why are you so negative toward that person and what they're trying to do?
Yeah.
You know what I
True.
mean? I think there's so much
Yeah.
negativity in this world
Yeah, it is,
that
bro.
just
It
being
is. It
positive
is.
and just
It
trying to
is.
figure things out and talking about it and having
That's why I say to
conversations.
myself.
Yeah,
That's why I
man.
say to myself. I don't
Yeah, and like, I'm the same way
I
when
say
it
to
comes to, like,
myself.
a lot of people like, hey, Jimmy, why don't you co-stream with so and so? Why don't you play with? I was like, you know, it's no offense. A lot of the time,
Right.
like, the chemistry might not be there for a
Yeah.
stream. You know, we've played a couple times and I was like, God damn, Merc, you're so funny. Look at the screaming shit. But like, you've gotten so comfortable and I've gotten to know
Yeah.
you that if I ever play with Merc, it's gonna be a good time. There's
Yeah.
nobody on my playlist nowadays where like, ugh, I don't want to play with him and they want to play with
Yeah.
me. I've gotten to the point to where like people know I'm willing to play with them or they're playing with me because we have the vibes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because at the end of the day, when we're streaming, we're providing content. So if it's
Yeah,
not
true.
there and if it's
It's not that
forced,
yeah.
you know, you
Yeah.
can kind of tell, and you
Yeah,
know,
you can yeah.
and people can watch and they're like, ugh, this is, because there was a while back that I did, and somebody's like, hey, Jimmy, you could tell. I was like, yeah, you know, it was rough, but I did it. But it just
Yeah.
it was a lesson learned kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you know, it goes back to having these conversations, getting to know somebody more. And you know, I've been fortunate to talk to you on and off stream, and we
I
talk about
appreciate
little.
you, OG.
Hey,
I
no,
call you the OG of streaming. I don't know for some reason, Jimmy, you're like an OG. I don't know why.
I'm only
I
2 years in,
don't
though.
know if it's the
I'm only.
hair. I don't know if it's the hair, but you're like an OG.
Hey, man, I
I don't know.
appreciate that,
That's why I
bro.
call you OG Jimmy.
I
That's why.
appreciate that. And like I said, we've been building a friendship for a while
Yeah.
now. It's not like you know, I don't know who you are and things like that. We've
Yeah.
talked and on and off and played games, and I appreciate the friendship that we continue building, man. We're not
Yeah.
best friends and I don't know
Yeah.
everything about you, but I want to get to know you more and more. And there's a lot of people
Right.
that I get to a certain point where like, hey, it's cool, nice meeting you, peace out. you know, no offense, like I can care less to know you more, or you can care less to know me more, but I feel like the feeling is mutual for both of us,
Yeah,
man.
true.
So
Facts.
we talked about, you growing up in Mizzou, playing
Mm.
the different games, 007 and Smash Brothers, meeting your wife, feeling
Yeah.
confident to go online and, balancing everything you got going on, man. Like, it, somebody who might be listening right now, like, what are some tips or advice that you wish you knew at first? Not that you regret anything you've done or didn't do,
Mm.
but looking back, if somebody were listening right now and they wanted to go live, what were some of the tips and advice that you'd want to give to somebody that you came across?
Okay. Always, 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 be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't be somebody that you're not. Feel me? And and always um network as well.
Hmm.
'Cause network is the most important thing you got to do. Network and content.
Yep.
Those are the two things you have to do.
Yep. I think that I'm the same way. When I first started, I
Mm.
didn't know anybody. I was just trying to
Yeah.
figure things out and, play with
Mm.
my friends, and they'd make fun of me because I was streaming and, well, you're nobody's watching you and shit like that. But I still kept going. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But some of the things I wish I would have learned too is like, yeah, just be willing to
Mhm.
be yourself. It's
Be
cliche
yourself.
and
Yep.
it's
Mhm.
cliche and people say it all the time, but it's true. But a lot of people don't understand that be yourself and be okay
Mhm.
because your personality might not attract everybody. And I
Mhm.
think a lot of people get caught up in like wanting everybody to like them,
Yeah.
that they
Mhm.
forget like to, be themselves, even though it sounds
Mhm.
cheesy and corny. I think when I hit my year mark, when I felt confident in myself and knew who I was and what I wanted to do,
Mm.
I felt like
Same.
I did way better.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to understand that, and
Mhm.
going back to what you were saying, that this content creation thing, you learn a lot about
Yeah, a
yourself,
lot.
a
Yeah, a
lot,
lot.
like
Mhm.
all the different, motivation, different things, hesitation, thoughts, like learning, wanting to learn something new, happy to keep up with the trends. Like, you
Mhm.
learn a lot about yourself. You
Yeah.
find out if you're gonna be in this space, you gotta do XYZ, or if you're gonna do it for
Yeah.
fun, then do it for fun. But if you want to keep up, man, you gotta do
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I came a long way from February of this year. I was stuck at 532 followers. 532 I was stuck. So I just kept going, man.
Yep.
I just kept going.
Yep. And that's cool. I'm glad that you brought up the numbers because that's a lot of big things that people get caught up.
Yeah,
Like
numbers.
the numbers are important to a certain extent, but don't get so caught
Mhm.
up in them.
Right.
But if you keep doing what you're supposed to be
Mhm.
doing, those numbers will happen. You know what I
Yep.
mean? My advice always say people like, hey, my goal is 500. My goal is a K. I was like, all right, how about you make goals that you have a control over? How about
Mhm.
you make a goal like, I'm gonna make one video a week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
post one reel a week. I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep my schedule. I'm gonna do like what things that you can control. And a lot of people that like, oh, I'm almost to 500. I'm always to 100. Like, don't worry about that stuff. How you saying? Focus on the content, work on yourself, and all that will fall into place. You know what I mean? So if you're always chasing the numbers, you're gonna chase the numbers for the wrong way, for the wrong reason, and you might be building a community that you might not like. You know, you're muted, homie. Okay,
Dang
go.
it.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're
And
good.
then uh, um um don't focus on other people's uh um success
Well,
because
well said.
that would drive you, you feel me? That would drive you crazy
Yep. Like,
because
why is
you
he get
are
sus and
yeah,
why
yeah, you
me?
feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Why he getting all this support? You feel me? And you feel me? I ain't getting none. You
Yep.
feel me?
Well said. That's a good one.
Don't really don't really focus on that. Just you feel me? Just focus on you
Hmm.
and your streaming page.
Yeah.
You feel me? that's how you will be successful.
Yep.
You feel
Well
me?
said. Yeah, because I think even like before my year one mark, I was always looking at, damn, this fool got this. Damn, this fool's got that. Damn, this guy has this many followers. Damn, this guy has this. I was always worried about like what other
Mm-hmm.
people were doing. I'm like, why the hell?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man. Like,
Yeah.
why am I worried about other people's success and why I
Yeah.
don't have it?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
once I flipped that switch, how you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yep.
helped me so much
Yep.
more. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it the way I want to do it. I want to conduct
Mm-hmm.
myself this way. These are my personal goals that I want to do. I want to get better at clips. I want to make
Mm-hmm.
reels. I want to start
Yep.
a podcast. I want to network with
Mm-hmm.
the right type of people. You know what I mean? Because if you ever said, hey, Jimmy, I saw this and I don't know, man. If you told me that, I would take that
Mm-hmm.
advice or those words. And if somebody randomly that I don't care about and don't talk to says that, I'm not going to listen to that. You know
Right.
what I mean? So like the whole networking thing is very important. How you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned
Yeah,
too,
it
man.
is. It is. It
Associate
is. It's
yourself with
very
the right
important.
type of people.
Yeah.
You don't got to be
Yep.
best friends. You
You
know,
don't.
you don't have to be in each other's shit and play games. But
Mm-hmm.
if you start,
Yep.
linking in with the right
Yep.
people and you be positive and
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have that motivation from your peers,
Yep.
like looking shoulder to shoulder. You guys are both on a path
Mm-hmm.
of a content creation. We all have different paths, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
but we're all going on that road. And having somebody to look over your shoulder to your side shoulder and be like, hey man, I want to do this. All right, we'll do this. Hey, I need help doing this. All right. Hey Merc, I need a Warzone streaming. I want you to carry me so I could look good on stream. I could hit you up. So it's good to have
I
that.
won't play like a bot. I won't play like a bot just for you, Jimmy.
Hey,
I
right?
don't play like I don't know the game at
And then
all.
make me look good.
I'll make you look good. Be like, go
Hey,
Jimmy,
you're
go,
supposed to
go,
be
go,
carrying
Jimmy.
me, dog. You're supposed to be carrying me to doves and shit. Nah, man, I appreciate that, man.
Okay.
Thank you for sitting down and
No problem, no
talking to
problem,
me,
Jimmy, no
man, and
problem.
getting out of your little comfort zone, man. And
Yeah,
I
cause
appreciate that, man. This
because
is awesome.
because when you first asked me, I was like, I don't know,
If it
I
makes you
don't
feel any
know,
better,
Jimmy,
I've
I
reached
don't
out to a
know.
couple people that said the same thing. Like, I don't know. I'm like, you stream every day. It's the same damn thing. No, but I
I was like,
appreciate you,
I don't
man.
know.
No,
Like,
man. No, yeah, you were definitely on my radar, man. There's a dozen people that I'm trying to get on here that I've built a
no problem,
relationship
Jimmy.
with, and I want you to talk about your journey and
Mhm.
with the different things of you as a content creator, man. This is
Yeah.
a platform where I get to know the person even more that I'm becoming
Mhm.
friends with, but at the same time, you get to talk about things that are
Yeah.
not normally that are brought up in a stream. Not everybody
Mhm.
wants to sit here and talk about your daughter or what you went through and things like that. But
Yeah.
some people might, and they're like, "Oh, damn! I didn't know Merc lived there. I didn't know he had
Mhm.
this. I didn't know he had a speech.
Mhm.
I never thought." And like,
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't know that I had a speech impediment,
mm-hmm,
bro. A lot of people didn't know because I can hide it very, very well,
uh-huh,
you know?
mm-hmm.
So it's like people like, wow, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you feel me? I got one, but it's like, you feel me? I don't know.
Yeah, and then you don't dwell on it. You just keep moving
Yeah,
forward. But at the same
yeah,
time, you're willing to talk about it, and somebody else
yeah.
who might have a different type of
Mhm.
any like anything along those lines, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, could still feel confident, like, hey, if that guy is doing it, then I can do it, kind of thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
If I could be a streamer and content creator, anybody can be a streamer and
Hey,
content
me too,
creator.
man. Look at my ass. I'm over here trying to do it.
'Cause anybody can. Hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Hey, man, I
I
appreciate
don't
that
care who
shit.
you are.
Hell yeah, man.
Anybody can do it, man.
Well, thanks for your time, man. You want to plug
No
yourself?
problem,
Like,
no
what's your
problem.
schedule, man? Where can we find
Yeah.
you? Like,
Okay.
what are your main games? Like, what can we expect if we show up to Murckless's channel, man?
My okay. Facebook, gaming slash Murckless. My schedule is 2:30 from 10:30 Central Standard Time. I play Warzone, Fortnite, and um Apex.
Nice.
So
And I'm glad you said the time zone because a lot of people don't
yeah.
realize not everybody lives where your ass lives. Because I be telling people all the time, like 7 o'clock, Mountain, Pacific, Eastern, fucking UK, because that's like, you know what I mean? That's a 7 hour
Yeah.
difference and shit. But hell yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. And I'll keep,
Appreciate you, Jimmy.
yeah, man,
Appreciate
I'm
you
going to look
too.
forward to keep you seeing you grow, man, and being so positive with everybody that you come cross
Thanks, man.
paths with,
I
man. And
appreciate it.
very
Appreciate it,
proud
Jimmy.
of what you got going on, man. And look forward to more, brother.
All right, brother.
All right, man, for sure. Nice. All
Appreciate
right,
it.
guys, y'all make sure to go check out Murckless and all the future podcasts and all the other podcasts. They will be streaming on Facebook. They'll be posted on YouTube now, and soon all of these podcasts will be on Spotify and iTunes and all the major podcast platforms. Until next time, peace out, man.
Oh.
Peace out.